hit a dog, a fairly big one. He was looking at somebody ahead of me who just passed, and I came up fairly beside him, fairly close, and I guess it scared him. Ran right into my front wheel, went down about, I don't know, 15, 20 miles an hour. Broken off. I got a bloody elbow, but everything else is fine. I think my handlebars are a little bit twisted, but I went over on my right side. Of course, it has to be one with a bad hip, but so I think on this one, I'm going to stick with the 70-mile ride and be done with it. So the roads have gotten better, but I don't know, bad omen. So weird. I'm riding south on the 72-mile mark. I think I'm the only person doing this. Nobody ahead, nobody behind. Kind of a slow slog through some hills. Nice scenery. The roads are a little bit better. Should be coming up on the same route as the 50, so probably a few more people to pass. Elbow's doing fine. A little bloody. Hip's a little bit sore. Nothing bad. I don't know. Just ride it through. Say hi.
Get hotter than hell. Now, here's your time.
Cruising to Chimney Rock. I got about 20 miles to go or so on the 72-mile route. Interesting thing, the guy behind me that was drafting me a few minutes ago was one of the guys we were pulling at White Rock, doing 28 to 30. Heading out and started the ride. So it's a small world. You run into a few people you rode with before, and it's kind of fun. The road surface is a lot better. We're heading back. I'm feeling all right. Elbow's still a little sore. I stopped at one rest stop, clean off the blood. It's a little cut, nothing major. Hip's doing okay. A little bit sore, but nothing really bad. Ordinarily, if it weren't for the goddamn dog, this would have been a pretty good ride. Even with the dog, it's not bad. I'll have to fix my mirror. It's kind of gone. I've got it, but I don't have a way to mount it again until I get home. So, could be better, could be worse. Barron's fine. As you can tell, I'm kind of by myself. I'm picking off some of the shorter route riders. This is now the same route as the 100-milers, which haven't come through yet. They're still way back there. The 50-milers, they are the ones I'm running into. I don't know who else did the 72. I didn't see anybody except me. So, nice day. It's probably upper 70s, lower 80s. The wind this time is, I think, coming from the northeast. which is fine because I'm going southwest. Shouldn't be a factor. I got a couple of north routes to do, but they're short, and everything else is going west and south. So we'll see what happens. Nice scenery. Kind of going around an area with a couple of lakes. I saw one big lake this morning. I think we're going around another one. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but I know there's one in the area. And we're going to go over a bridge to another one when we get past Chimney Rock coming up. So it's definitely scenic. A lot more scenic than the one I would have done in Dallas, which I'd done before. So good ride. I hope I killed that fucking dog. I hope I killed him. He ran off. I hope he has internal injuries, and I hope he bleeds to death. Hate that. Didn't sound like it bothered me, did it? Nah. Hills, nothing terrible. Just need to keep the speed up, and that's it. We are done again. There's the broken mirror. I can fix it. There's my elbow. My hip, a little bit sore. Every time I wreck, I always wreck on the wrong side, the one I broke last year, but it feels fine. Interesting ride up until the part where I hit the dog. Hopefully I gave him some internal injuries. I hope his death is very painful. He was an average sized dog. He was watching another rider, and I came from behind and I guess scared him, and he ran right in my way, just T-boned him right in the front, and I went down on my right side. So that's when I figured, that was right before the cutoff between the 100 and the 70, and I figured, well, I'll just do the 70, and it turned out to be pretty good. A little bit hilly. I had a 20 average on the first 32 miles. The very beginning had kind of poor roads. I really couldn't get the speed up, even though it was possible. I couldn't see a lot of the crap in the road. The surfaces were good, they were smooth, but they just had a lot of areas that were just tore up. Coming back on the 72 mile, there was a few hills, one really big one, but that was one I was kind of proud of myself. I pedaled it up. Most everybody else was walking their bikes up. It started out really nice today, and it looks like might be some rain coming in, so it's probably just as well I did the 72 mile ride. Wind kicked up a little bit from the north, so it's a little bit tough in the last few miles, but it really wasn't bad. A lot of places I could really stretch it out and go. One of the neat things is I passed somebody who was part of the group that I rode with, that we were pulling on the start of the Hotter Than Hell 2 weeks ago, and he remembered me, and it was nice to see him. He gave me a compliment and everything. So not the best ride, but I feel great, other than a little pain here and there on my elbow and my thigh. Everything else is fine. So if the weather's okay, I'm gonna go head over to Edmond, Oklahoma, which is about 100 miles east of here, just north of Oklahoma City, and I'll probably do another ride tomorrow. That's only going to be a 60 miler, so and it should be a lot flatter. We'll see what happens. But all in all, the ride was okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. Rest stops were okay. I would have liked a little better markings on the road, I guess. Like signs instead of the paint, because sometimes you miss them, especially when I'm really cruising. I'm not paying attention to the riding on the road. But nice to get up here and get out, and it's a nice little town, northeastern Oklahoma, so that was fun. See ya.